So here's what I did to test out the interview function. So we're right now on the Humatron.ai website. Humatron is an API platform for software-defined workforce. It sort of has two parts to it. There is a uh, sort of a build side of it where you have a bunch of APIs and developers guides and all things pertaining to integration of various chatbots and copilots into the platform. And there's also on a marketplace side is where you basically can discover all available AI workers, and they're presented right now as cards. And what I was doing basically, I was looking for a Mistral-based assistant. I can quickly navigate to it if I need to, and this is a very nice, simple, a Mistral-based assistant. It's based on Mistral 7D model, and it essentially can communicate over Slack, email, or SMS, and fundamentally just passes all the requests to Mistral model with a few additions on the implementation side. So we can look at that assistant right here. We can discover all its capabilities. So we can look at resume to get a full picture of what it's capable of doing. If you look at resume page, there's a lot of information here, and it actually feels it looks like a resume with all the information. But that's where the interview function lives. You can click on the start interview, and right away you're going to be placed in an interview session with that assistant. And it looks and feels exactly like any chat interface, and you can just go ahead and start chatting. Are you ready for the interview? Let's see if it indeed is ready. And it's ready. And basically, we can ask any type of questions here. We can ask the questions pertaining to the resume itself. For example, we can say, what spoken languages do you support? And we can find this information, or by simply asking, we can basically look at the resume itself, and it has the same information here. But we can also ask a sort of more specific question. So, for example, if you're looking for or skills around the Rust programming language, you can, for example, ask a simple question: Can you give me an example of, let's say, quick sort algorithm in Rust? And let's see if it knows Rust, and it can give me some examples. And yeah, it pretty much knows the Rust. We can increase the interview window. And there's a pretty neat example of the program in Rust. And there you are. So think about this. In literally just a few minutes, you can log in. You can discover all kind of different resumes available. You can pick and choose what you like. You can look at resume. You can close the session. You can always resume that later if you need to. You can look at the resume. You can scan all the information you need. And you can interview right there without any installation, without any hiring, any onboarding. Just right here. You can just interview and see, engage the interest, engage the capabilities of that particular system to your needs. And if you like it, in the end, you can go ahead and click hire, and you drop into the application form. It's a pretty similar hiring application form where you can customize and configure your AI work with all the social and communication preferences. And in the end of it, you can click submit, and voila, you basically just hired your first AI worker after you interviewed.